So, Mr. Trevor Jenkins, the rubbish warrior. It's been a long time since we last caught up, mate.
Yeah.
A fair bit's happened. It's been 6 months. Where are you at, mate? What's what's been happening?
A lot of sort of had jail time and stuff, and other things. Can we sit down, do you reckon?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Down to the thing, maybe.
Yeah, sounds good.
Morning. I just sit on that block there.
So, Mr. Trevor Jenkins, aka the Rubbish Warrior. Man, it's been a few months since we last caught up.
Yeah.
What have you been up to? What's been
in jail for a couple of days for contempt.
Contempt of court. Yeah, how was that your first jail experience? Not trying to make light of it by any means. But,
no. I've been before down in Long Bay Psychiatric. I did some trespass fines, so I've done probably all up about a month just with trespass fines and different things. So that was it could be 20 years ago now. So
how was it like being in jail up here in Darwin? Did you go to Berrima?
Yeah, it's not so bad. I didn't feel, the guys were really good, so I didn't kind of feel threatened or anything, but I was only there for a little while, so I guess you don't know them. But you dress up in all little different colours, so you got your green for low security and blue for, I think blue's medium, and then red's high, and then orange is remand and different things. So you're always waiting to be transferred to a different thing, so it goes on your behaviour, so everyone's looking at, I want to be this, I want to be there, and kind of, so they're working on, well, if you do this, you'll get to there, that kind of thing. So everyone wants to go down to the low security, which is you can stay out of bed till 10 o'clock at night, and you can walk in and out of these sort of cell things. So it's sort of a bit like that.
How's the rubbish sculpture work coming along? There's been something put out by the council, hasn't there? That's going to restrict, or someone in council's trying to restrict what's happening.
I've heard something they talked about me. I went to this human rights exhibition with David Hicks, and this reporter came up and said, "Have you heard about the council thing?" And I said, "No, I didn't know." I said, "Oh, I'll fight him in court anyway if something happens." And then I heard a guy, Gary Hazlitt, who I stood against in the election and ended up getting all roasted and stuff, and he ended up, apparently he brought something up about it, and they got an old bylaw where you can't put piles by the side of the road, and it was interesting. They sort of say they're not targeting me, but I haven't really seen the minutes or whatever happened, but it doesn't worry me too much. I'll sort of fight it a bit. I've had a bit of a run-in with they've charged me with trespass, aggravated assault because I was shouting and apparently my spittle came over them, and then there was also or disorderly because I was trying to get my stuff from the council and they wouldn't give it to me, and I went in there and they're all standing there, about 4 of them standing out the front, and I threw their camera away, and then they threw me on the ground, and there was all this kind of shit happening like that, and they're trying to say, "You can't come in here," and I said, "I can go in the council building." "Oh no, you can't," like this kind of stuff.
So we've touched on the council, we've touched on the sculptures, we've touched on
spiritual side. I've been getting more into. I've been reading Martin Luther King. He's got a one, Courage to Love, sort of talking about how that him and Mother Teresa, and there's this other one like 5 Stages of the Soul, talking about suffering and how like gentle as a dove but wise as a serpent, so that you know the world's evil and you know things are happening, but you know the people aren't evil. Like they're blinded in what they do, and you love them there, and you still love them and be open-hearted about that. So he wrote a lot of things in jail, and then he got assassinated, so linking him up with sort of Nelson Mandela and Mahatma Gandhi and people like that.
So these are figures that you really admire, and their teachings, what they've got to say. I guess you wouldn't really want to say you want to base your life on theirs, but you want to take the best bits of what they have given and
well, does
that make sense?
Yeah. I don't think just the best bits. You really read it properly and understand them and kind of look at how they're applying Jesus and God in their life and just with people when they're understanding things. And I think it's really important, really. I think if you got to be prepared to die for things, you know, and make a stand and go to jail and do those things, and that's part of your Christian walk and stuff, which I think is important. And then your art has a depth to what you're saying, you know. It's not just something that you do. So your sculptures and everything, they're not just things that you're doing, they're statements and powerful things on how people can live or should live, you know. It's sort of like creativity and freedom of speech and stuff like that, which I think is important, you know. So then people have something to live for, which I think is important, you know. Like they've got their freedoms there and they can exercise those things, and then they can use the crap out of their life to make something beautiful, you know.
How's the general public? What's the feedback you're getting from people on the street? You must.
It's been good, really. Like I get people coming up to me. I visit friends and they talk to me in the lift and say, "Oh, I seen it in the paper. I reckon it's good. I went down to something to do," and these people said, "Oh, we don't understand. You're not throwing the rubbish out." And so generally, you know, people giving me money, supporting me, and just say what you think, you know. So it's been really good. I don't really feel negative about it. I just think it's been open-minded and trying to see that it's art. I'm just going to push it as being art, and whatever happens, happens. I've got to concentrate in the uni and everything, so I might get a job or something. I don't know. I was thinking doing the catering stuff in the mines where you go in and clean up around the mine sites and you do the kitchen handy type of stuff and everything like that. I was thinking that kind of thing, but see how it goes. I'm trying to I put in for my passport, so I'm starting to save up my money for that. I wouldn't mind travelling overseas and, I don't know, maybe doing rubbish in Malaysia or Bali or something.
Hey, that'd be cool.
So I'll see what happens. People tell me. I met a young bloke from the Tiwis. He's sort of interested in, you know, me going over there doing things. So it's always interesting. I don't know. I'm pretty open. I'm happy with life. You know, sort of. Yeah, still do me songs and kind of.
Yeah, no, sounds good. Do we want to get up?
Yeah.
Mate.
I do a bit spontaneous things, you know, just I'm
mate.
writing a lot and kind of, doing it on the street, hey, doing my rapping, doing my rubbish, picking it up, bum. I make a sculpture, bum, out on the street, bum, spontaneously, bum. Yeah, rubbish sculpture, bum, rubbish sculpture, bum. What?
Good, mate. Good.
Take a minute.
No, we'll keep moving, hey?
Yeah, sure. Right on. I might try to get a bit of